Conglomerate of proscribed outfits, Corcom, announces a total shutdown in Manipur starting December 11 ahead of President Draupadi Murmu's scheduled visit to the state. In a rare outreach since the outbreak of Manipur violence, Meitei BJP MLA Yumnam Khemchand visits two Kuki villages and Kuki relief camp, marking a significant step toward rebuilding trust. Team led by Kokomi convener Kurajama Thauba visits IDPs recently resettled at Leimaram, Wariching Laikai. Kokomi urges government to repair damaged houses and provide livelihood support for resettled IDPs. Transport Department begins the state's first 3-day refresher training for transport drivers and conductors. Additional Chief Secretary Anurag Bajpai says government committed to strengthening Manipur's public transport system by reviving MST bus services. Council of Higher Secondary Education Manipur announces a schedule for Class 11 and Class 12 examinations 2026. Class 11 exam commences on February 16. Class 12 examination begins on February 17. Rajya Sabha MP Leshemba Sanajauba urges government to preserve Manipur's Vishnu Temple in Bishnupur district, highlighting its historical and cultural significance during Parliament's 0 hour today. And India is set to host a squash World Cup for the third consecutive time with matches scheduled at SDAT Stadium in Chennai from tomorrow till December 14. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. I'm JOYSHREE USHAM, bringing you the top stories and latest news at this hour. Conglomerate of proscribed outfits, Corcom, announces a total shutdown in Manipur starting December 11 ahead of President Draupadi Murmu's scheduled visit to the state. In a press statement issued by its media coordinator M. Saken, Corcom said the shutdown is being imposed in protest against the president's participation in the Nupilal observance on December 12. According to the statement, President Murmu's visit is not aimed at restoring peace and normalcy, but her participation will defile the sanctity of the historic Nupilal observance. The total shutdown will be enforced from 1 a.m. of December 11 and will continue until the president leaves Manipur. The press statement says essential services including medical emergencies, fire services and water supply will be exempted from the ban. In a rare outreach since the outbreak of Manipur violence on May 3, 2023, Meitei BJP MLA and former Rural Development Minister Yumnam Khemchand today visited two Kuki villages in Manipur's hill districts, marking a significant step toward rebuilding trust. MLA Khemchand traveled to Litan, a Kuki settlement in Ukhrul district, where he interacted with villagers and inquired about the hardships they faced over the past 2.5 years. He also visited a Kuki relief camp at Litan Sarekhong Baptist Church and spoke with inmates displaced by the conflict. He said, with Christmas approaching, we should all pray for the return of peace, stressing that harmony and the protection of children's future should be the priority for every community in Manipur. He added that differences should not prevent people from visiting one another's villages. Senior BJP leader Hopingson Simre, who accompanied the MLA, described the visit as a remarkable gesture at a time when people avoid entering areas dominated by other communities. He said MLA Khemchand is the first Meitei BJP MLA to step inside a Kuki relief camp. Another Tangkhul leader, Mark Luiting, noted that Khemchand's visit marks the first significant people-to-people initiative since the May 2023 violence. The MLA also visited Chasad, a Kuki village in Kamjong district near the Myanmar border.
Conflict is Pithivigi, the Gayamada Dumtui. Conflict. Adu, Ecoch the Sutuiba conflict. Madam Americana, Ecoch Navayadaba, Navayadaba, Adu the Quiki development process. I am the so why should not we think for this young generation? Why should not we think for this young generation? I coin a swivener. In future, I'm going to walk it over. I don't know, Halwa, premium like Gat, Punagan, Taminakanda, what Hillen Valley, and you Punagan, Taminakanda. I'm not develop labor, equal development labor, state of a seminar, I believe, at the
IDP oina ama oibagi hiding bagi position koi sida le rat pasi tahi hum phajil le ado ne koi wana le jare gati government sina koi hana le pham sida 100 bid ba haina appeal to jare.
Somewhere we have to start the beginning. There has to be a beginning. Haina tawraga koi she orakuni aduna masi sman ta se koi ke su nate Christmas su nakshale aduga koi nungsi chanan le ramba matama no kramana hansin sira haibuni part amogoina khongthang lawni Manipur apon bagi peace kramana la kan sira khanbagi bokhana la yam harau je koi su asida mateng pang na ba du akoi ge angam bhai mateng pang da Manipur is a normal life adu restore thong na ba habi Shutdown aduna.
A team led by Kokomi convener Khuraijam Athoba visited the IDPs recently resettled at Laimaram, Waruching Laikai, Bishnupur district. Local leaders of Waruching area were also present during the inspection. Speaking on the sidelines, Khuraijam Athoba expressed concern over the living conditions of the internally displaced persons resettled by the government. He noted that most of the houses are in poor and unsafe conditions as they had been abandoned for an extended period. He urged the authorities to undertake immediate repair and restoration of these damaged structures. Athoba also highlighted that many of the resettled villagers previously depended on the nearby hills for their livelihood. Since this is no longer feasible, he stressed the need for the government to provide alternative livelihood opportunities to ensure their long-term stability. He further emphasized that representatives of CSOs and IDPs must be included in the committee formed by the government to facilitate and oversee the resettlement process, ensuring transparency and community participation. Relay sit-ins by internally displaced persons under the initiative of Kokomi at Lamboy Kongnangkong in Imphal West District, urging the government to honor its commitment to facilitate their resettlement to native homes within this month, entered 8th day today. IDPs from Utlo, Nambol, Oinam and Laimaram relief camps joined the protest demonstration today. Speakers present at the protest demonstration included Haisnam Shilan of Maite Lipun, S. Sumati, General Secretary of All Manipur Students Guardian Association, Sapomcha Kanglepal, Social Activist, and Yumnamcha Dilip Kumar, Consultative Member of Kokomi. They reiterated strong support for the demands of IDPs. The protesters cautioned that IDPs and Kokomi will intensify their agitation if the government fails to take concrete action to resettle them within this month.
Individual and assessment of the Bearway, Monsieur generalized Toroga, Yumna Humfuga, Terenipan Lebudu, Punamakina, Lupalising a soup, Pirani, and Hiraga, Manatim, Toga, Tobia, Bugipum, the Lake, Yungi, Kungul, Pura, Mangrava, Pura, Patakra, Zagami, and Mayauri, High Wishing a do known a Yumamas Hakuda, Sanga the Madu Charapa, minimum estimate, Amadi, what the Bearway, Madu, Hona Nabagi, Survey, Tobusi, and Tangai Padena Kaliaduna, Bishnupur district. Leriba resettlement committee na madui survey do athubuda tawnana bohona view do mari lenaba report ekoina phangjariba ground gi report singa sida yumpham oiraga su ekoi gi maike degi su ekoi proposal letter ma ekoi submit tawjagani.
Meanwhile, Imphal Deputy Commissioner Dr. Nivedita Larinlakpam appeals to the public to extend support and cooperation to efforts by the district administration in rehabilitating internally displaced persons, IDPs, to their respective homes. She was responding to Impact News queries on the progress of government's assurance to resettle IDPs to their respective homes this December. The DC informed that the administration is making every effort to ensure a smooth and safe transition. She informed that IDPs who can now safely return to their native houses have been gradually shifting and necessary arrangements are in place. She said 52 families from Laikong have been resettled under the permanent housing scheme and efforts are being made to resettle IDPs from Itham, Tumukong, Moirangpurel and Dolaitabi in Imphal East district at the earliest. The DC added that IDPs from other districts temporarily residing in Imphal East will be relocated after the ongoing student examinations conclude.
Government district administration we are all level based definitely level based always request mayamna su khoida district administration government na tawjari sta khoi je punna amtang peace for aga mayam se face by face samba mandaba se ai mana bada mayam meeting thuni.
Displaced people from Eco under Kundrakpam Assembly Constituency taking shelter at Sajiwa Relief Camp who had returned their allowance to register protest over the meager amount of money have come to an agreement after meeting with Imphal East DC Dr. Nivedita Larinlakpam. Officials of Imphal East District Administration led by the DC met with the IDPs of Eco at Porompa DC Complex Conference Hall today. Speaking in this regard, DC Dr. Nivedita informed that a relief allowance has been given to all the displaced people of Imphal East District. However, 466 IDPs from Eco had returned their allowance provided by the government to nodal officer concerned registering protests over the amount of the allowance. She said both sides have come to an agreement and the allowance will be returned to the IDPs through direct benefit transfer.
Huzik ikaw khatagi ngai hobani November thasi December gidi akhoi amu 100 rupees si full amount da kapsa gare for each and every IDP in each and every camp ta leiba Imphal East camp ta leiba sing sigi da khoina so mu loina ma ithok sa gare masidi ikaw gi chininaw sing se lakpire ahalaman sing se la e akhoi ga yana ba por e moisu atop camp da leiriba IDP chininaw mayam sina yana bagum moisu nahan handok saramba November ta manga da handomba 84 rupees si moi lawzarage na adum haire da khoi yanare sign tawnare duna khoina district administration da ngasai nangai handok amaga moina leiramba paisa du khoina handok jagre ngasidi.
Imphal East DC Dr. Nivedita Larinlakpam said that the district administration is making concerted efforts to resettle internally displaced people. She informed that crisis-hit families of Leitan Pokpi returned home in February, while 54 displaced families from Laikong under Kairao Bitra subdivision returned in November. She added that the concerned DCs have constructed houses for 31 IDP families from Kakching district staying in Imphal East relief camps with approval granted for their resettlement after students' final exams by the end of December. The registration process for rebuilding 402 damaged houses under PMJY special package has also begun, of which 82 will be taken up on priority. Dr. Nivedita further said that 37 beneficiaries from Dolaitabi have received the first installment under the permanent housing scheme, but monsoon hindered work progress. A security Barak will also be built in the area with work scheduled for completion during the dry months of December and January.
Imphal iski waina 402 yum se PMAY special package ta cover to jai koina register to jai adugi manung da changba ya ba jaga khandok saraga 83 number of family house se koina hana prioritize to sigi register to bo hore koina FTO generate to rakanda sidagi generate to rakanda koina paisa release to rani moi magi account DBT oina koina kapsa gani aduga sidagi yum saba horani Imphal iski oina huji bauta just recently koina by November last month da koina 46 plus another 8 ama akoina like khong haiba andro kendragi Kairao Bitra subdivision gi se changba hogre.
Lamlai CMLA KH Bomcha urges politicians to make collective effort to bring normalcy in the state instead of inciting hatred and creating divide among people. He made a remark today at the inauguration of Lamlai Fire substation at Sawombung SDC office complex. The MLA handed over a phone to the fire substation with number 936-612-3506, where people can call in case of fire emergencies. Speaking further, he noted that politicians must refrain from politicizing issues which does not warrant political involvement, adding that certain people are doing this for some personal gain as the election draws near. MLA Bomcha went on to say that the state will never witness a real development without a unified government and restoring peace and normalcy. He added that the responsibility for restoring normalcy cannot be left out to political parties and CSOs alone. Manipur Fire Service Director L. Nabachandra, who also attended the event, revealed that the Manipur Fire Service Department faces several challenges in carrying out its duties due to shortage of staff. He also informed that revealed plans to install new fire substations and give fire rescue training and emergencies to members of local clubs and public.
Peace labor, stable government labor. The state development Kaigumba, the peace hay to later, the stable government later, the developments at Tukimati, Paikapungam there, Santi Lahan, the Langa Mohona Havasita, Aquina, Kanagumba, Akogi, politics the lady for me, Kata the Inchalagayaro, Adagi, Kanagumba, organization number the Inchalagayaro.
Lamlai MLA KH Ibomcha also conveys his heartfelt condolences to the family of Sanathoy, a student from Sawombung relief camp who tragically lost her life after being hit by a van while returning from school. The MLA visited the bereaved family and extended monetary assistance. He said the family had earlier fled from Sanakaitel in Ukrul district and he had arranged their accommodation at the relief camp. Describing the incident as deeply unfortunate, MLA Ibomcha said that the girl has passed away untimely. He assured that he will provide all possible support to the family and will closely look into the matter.
I want to lie. Kanda Koisi Smite or Lake Home Jamam on the Lake, Highway Digina, Matanduki, Koisi Dina, the request orga, Moisu Payamta Lake Trea, Hergasida, Lehan Giver. Adu Numaitaba, Tamuisupa, but hold me Hagar, is it Waho River, Tapo River. Hey, Moy Mayunga and the Papa Matum the Su, Hingon Sambal, Amata later, Mina to be so problem only doing it. I don't believe Pokanduda. I believe member in Kalagai Pamaya.
Democratic People's Front, DPF, questions government silence to recent cutting down of Indo-Myanmar border fencing at border pillar number 67 and 68 in Chandel district. Speaking to Impact News, DPF President and Rajiv Kumar said Manipur has witnessed damage to border fencing twice in recent times. However, both the state and centre have failed to initiate necessary actions. He asserted that centre would have taken swift action had such incidents occurred along the borders with countries like China, Pakistan, Bangladesh or Nepal. Rajiv Kumar expressed disappointment towards centre's indifference towards the international boundary.
Government Manipur border safeguard Aswanmani and in a government say developing superpower country mani India Langang Kalabadi Kuikuida Kale. Adona DPF Maketagi Mirakugi Tamzani from the Kuzipavata report Tawiraba border the pillar machine to Taava 67, 68 say Hadaki, December Gitanganida, Amuxu Hanjana Taurivase, Masiki Manu de Leba, motive Sikari, no have a say when a Kantomina Matotai. Although India government, Masiki Mapi Mapa have to Evenina, the international border of Lansalaga, dress passed on Nava, Natragana, drug to Igera, Natragana weapons to Igera, Natragana, Kariki, Maramda, Ayaba, Pira Bravi questions in it.
Road mishaps continue to plague the Asian Highway number 2 Indo-Myanmar road stretch near Kiamgai Pal Ahalbi Bridge, with yet another fatal accident reported today. Manipur Legislative Assembly Deputy Secretary Laitonjam Robert lost his life in a road accident at the same vulnerable location. In the wake of the incident, Peace and Integrity Committee Kiamgai, PICK and all Kiamgai Nupi Chaukat Thaurang Loop have demanded strict action against the contractor and officials of Public Works Department involved in constructing the bridge. They allege that the bridge was built beyond the required elevation level, resulting in repeated accidents due to the unsafe gradient leading up to the road median. Speaking to media, PICK convener Chingakam Megha said the flawed elevation design has long posed difficulties for commuters. He urged the authorities to immediately install barricades or a traffic island to prevent further mishaps. Megha further informed that PICK will be filing an FIR against the contractor and demanded that the contractor be blacklisted for negligence.
अखोई गवर्नमेंट रिंग रोड रिंग रोड साब एमएलए अखोदू लेरे थोंग साधन ममांग लेना तागदी नफूद थोंग सारीदी हिजन एजेंडा लाइन डिपार्टमेंट PWD ठेकादार मरक्ता अखोई पैसा लौथोनबगी याबगी मोद हिजन एजेंडा लेब्रा मधुसु मियाम मांगदा अखोई गवर्नमेंट अखोई कंसर्न डिपार्टमेंट की ऑथोरिटीज ऑनरेबल गवर्नर मसी मयाम मांगदा सिखोपीगदबनी सिरीब खोलीब मयाम तौरीजे दायित्व अखोई PWD की इंजीनियर ठेकेदार ठेकेदार पुगदबने थमजगे.
Transport Department today kicked off the state's first 3-day refresher training for transport drivers and conductors. Additional Chief Secretary Anurag Bajpai said that the initiative aims to strengthen Manipur's public transport system and ensure safer travel for the common people by reviving Manipur State Transport MST bus services. Speaking on the sidelines of the inaugural of the training program held at Institute of Driver Training and Research Center IDTRC Top Dashera in Imphal East District, Anurag Bajpai noted that public bus service remains an essential and affordable mode of transport for the common people. He said the department is committed to improving bus services under MST for public convenience. He added that the refresher course will help drivers and conductors stay updated on new transport systems and the latest vehicles. Transport Director Kumantem Daina, Deputy Director Samson Huidrom and other officials attended the program.
Government is committed for the cause of the common people, and as you all may be aware, for last 7-8 years, the buses are not plying in the state to various routes. And the government is now almost ready to start various routes for the common people. We are working on it, and before that, perhaps our drivers and conductors who have not been driving or running the buses for a longer duration, a kind of a refresher course was essential because the time has changed, technology has changed, people perception have changed, many things have changed over a period of time. So I think this refresher course was essential.
Council of Higher Secondary Education Manipur COSM announces schedule for Class 11 and Class 12 examinations 2026. For Class 12, exams will begin on February 17, starting with English. Major subjects including chemistry, physics, mathematics, biology, history, geography and computer science will be held from February 17 to March 20 in the morning session from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Practical examinations and certain subjects are scheduled in the evening. Modern Indian languages MIL exams including Bengali, Hindi, Mar, Kom, Manipuri, Mao, Mizo, Nepali, Paite, Rongmei, Tangkhul, Thado, Kuki, Wi-Fi, Zhao, Gangte, Liangmai or alternative English will be conducted on February 19. For Class 11, exams will commence on February 16, starting with English in the evening. Subjects including human ecology, family sciences, chemistry, mathematics, biology, history, physics and accountancy will be conducted in morning and evening sessions until April 4, 2026. Elective languages for Class 11 include Bengali, English, Hindi and Manipuri. COSM has instructed schools to submit practical exam schedules and internal examiners list by December 22nd for Class 11 and by December 12 for Class 12. Practical exams are to be conducted from February 1st till February 1st till with marks uploaded on the Council's website within the prescribed deadlines. The Controller for Examination or JOY urged all institutions to strictly follow the schedule to ensure smooth conduct of examinations. Education as Department today felicitated students from government schools who secured positions and those who scored 70% and above in Higher Secondary Examination 2025 conducted by Council of Higher Secondary Education Manipur. The felicitation program was held at SCRT Auditorium in Lumphil. Education as Director N.G. Bhogendra presented cash awards and certificates to 10 students of TG Higher Secondary School who secured positions in commerce, arts and science streams. Additionally, 40 government school students who secured 70% and above were also awarded. Cash rewards for first position holder is 5 lakh rupees, 4 lakh rupees for second position holder, 3 lakh rupees for third position holder, 1 lakh rupees for fourth position onwards, 50,000 rupees for first position holder in district with 70% marks minimum, and 25,000 rupees for second position holders in district with 70% marks minimum. Director Bhogendra said that the initiative to recognize meritorious government school students has been in place since 2018, aiming to motivate students and strengthen the academic environment in government institutions. While awarding for class 10 examination discontinued with the implementation of grading system as it makes awarding marks-based achievements difficult. The director said the department is open to public suggestions regarding recognition of deserving students.
Parents ki yam chawon daitama yauri, but the most crucial is our teachers. School the tambira moy satra si ko. Aduna agang si gi kano si agang si no hodari si ojana su guide to home front ta parents ko na su ko. Mai si kari to ga phani khotni na interaction si yam darkar leba parents teachers si gi koi PTM meet se na hai si 12 si grading si haura ga di CBSE di haura ne si haura ga di high level incentive awards grading system da koi kamai pi do no si gi koi department suggestions both from public parents schemes should be effective. I target effective target to suggestions. I invite suggestions for the new the grading system schemes suggestions I invite to.
Now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on Rajya Sabha MP Leshemba Sanajauba urging the government to preserve the Vishnu temple in Manipur's Bishnupur district. Keep watching Impact News.
Sangai tutorial Kwakathil ki class 10 ki revision course lakliba December taraga mathoi ki class hauzaragani. Class 9 amasung 10 ki foundation course kina lakliba January manga ki class hauzaragani. Akupa marol ki dama Sangai tutorial natraga Sangai hostel Kwakathil ningthem kol da lakpiraga akupa marol tanabiu.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. Highlighting the historical and cultural significance of Manipur's Vishnu temple in Bishnupur district, Rajya Sabha MP Leshemba Sanajauba raised the matter in Parliament's 0 hour today. MP Sanajauba informed the House that the Vishnu temple, dating back to 1467-1508 AD, during the reign of King Kyamba, houses a Vishnu emblem brought from Upper Burma by King Ningthau Shang. The temple is recognized as a protected historical monument by the Archaeological Survey of India and is among the most prominent religious sites reflecting the growth of Hinduism in Manipur. He expressed concern over the structural deterioration and neglect of the temple, citing issues such as crumbling walls, damaged roofs, and encroachment affecting its cultural value. Emphasizing its importance for religious practices and heritage preservation, MP Sanajauba urged the Government of India to take immediate steps to restore and protect the temple. The MP stressed that preserving the Vishnu temple is not only vital for safeguarding Manipur's historical legacy, but also for maintaining the religious and cultural identity of the region. Ministry of Road Transport is inviting fresh bid for the widening and improvement of the Sangshak Technopole Road Package 3 from 78,250 to 1,26,250 kilometers of National Highway 102A into 2-lane. A notice issued by Ministry of Road Transport and Highways Assistant Executive Engineer, Northeast Region for Director General Road Development and Special Secretary informed that the bid security deposited by the previous bidders will be returned and bidders may collect the same from the Office of Chief Engineer, PWD. Combined team of security forces, narcotics Control Bureau (NCB) and Forest Department destroyed 67 acres of illegal poppy cultivation in Kangpokpi district on December 5 and 6. As per police report, the destruction drive, as part of the ongoing statewide campaign against illegal poppy cultivation and narcotics-related activities, was carried out in the hill ranges of Makui Ashang, Laloi, Wakotphai, Chaljang and surrounding areas under Kangpokpi Police Station in Kangpokpi district. During the operation, the team also destroyed 38 huts, 44 bags of fertilizers, 43 bottles of Roundup herbicide, 26 bags of salt and various equipment including spray pumps, pipes and other materials found at the cultivation sites. District-level awareness and assistance camp on depositor education and field-level financial literacy was held at Makhan village in Senapati district. Department of Financial Services, Ministry of Finance, SBI Lead Bank Office and Reserve Bank of India, Imphal, jointly organized the camp. Participants were informed about unclaimed deposits, lying with banks and insurance companies and procedures to claim such funds. They were also imparted knowledge on financial inclusion, financial management and related government initiatives. One-day awareness program on tuberculosis under National TB Elimination Program was held at Charangpat PHC, organized by Thawal units under the District Health Society. The program featured resource persons Dr. Yumnam Shamin, District TB Officer Thawal, Thongam Stephen Chanu, District Coordinator, and Dr. Mona, MO in charge of Charangpat PHC, who spoke on TB prevention and control. The event was attended by ASHA workers and Anganwadi workers under Charangpat PHC. NT Memorial Theatre Festival began at NT Theatre Manipur's Playhouse, Hongnimsang in Changangai Uchekot, Imphal West District, featuring 10 theatre groups from across the state. The festival, organized under the Ministry of Culture's Cultural Function and Production Grant Scheme, was inaugurated by Speaker Tokchom Setabrata and will run until December 13. NT Theatre Manipur President Ningthauja J. Vidya and Art and Culture Joint Director G. Ramadas Sharma attended the opening ceremony. In his address, Speaker Setabrata encouraged talented theatre groups and artists to make full use of government schemes, acknowledging the financial hardships faced by the arts community. He assured continued support for the promotion of arts and culture in the state. The first day of the festival featured performances such as Wakat by Yumjao Larimbi and Dramatic and Cultural Union, and In the Rhythm of Corona by Liberty Theatre, captivating the audience with diverse thematic presentations. A reception ceremony was held today to felicitate the recipients of Manipur State Kala Academy Awards 2023 and 2024, organized by IPERG Films Production Manipur at Manipur Press Club in Imphal. The program, led by T.H. Arun Kumar, honored 5 distinguished awardees: Sagolsem Tijendra Singh, Performing Arts Music 2023, Kundrakpam Surchandra, Performing Arts Tangta 2024, Parakpam Bishwa Mitra, Performing Arts Theatre 2024, Huidrom Pushparani, Young Talent Award Music 2023, and M.K. Saroj Khan, Young Writer Award Literature 2024. The event was graced by Dr. R.K. Nayansana Devi, former chairperson of the Manipur State Social Welfare Board, S. Mangoljao, former chairman of Film for Manipur, and Rakesh Naurim, secretary of IPERG Films Production Manipur. Senapati Barak Half Marathon was held today under the theme Run for Harmony, drawing around 1,000 participants as part of the upcoming Barak Festival 2025. The marathon began from AstroTurf Senapati and was jointly organized by Senapati District Administration, Senapati Police, Indian Red Cross Society and Senapati Medical Department. Senapati DC Mamoni Dole flagged off the race and later handed over monetary prizes to the winners. The marathon serves as a prelude to the state-level Barak Festival 2025, which will be held from December 12 till 14 in Senapati District. League of Kalo Patriots (LCP) informs that it will not hold the Imoinu festival this year in light of the prevailing situation in the state. In a press statement, LCP informs that Festival of Light and other rituals such as carrying of sacred fire from Kangla Fort will be called off. However, rituals such as making offering to Imoinu deity will be carried out at the shrine located at Ningtem Pukri, Mapal. Now the sports news. India will host the Squash World Cup for the third consecutive time with matches scheduled at SDAT Stadium in Chennai from tomorrow till December 14. A total of 12 nations will compete, including host India, defending champions Egypt, and 2023 runners-up Malaysia. Teams comprise 2 men and 2 women following the 2023 format of races to 7 points with a sudden death tiebreak at 6-6. India's squad features a mix of experience and youth, Abhay Singh and Velavan Sentikumar in the men's team, while a former world number 10, Joshna Chinappa, and debutant Anahat Singh lead the women's side. Egypt won the 2023 title against Malaysia, while India secured their best ever 3rd place. Egypt remains the most successful nation with 2 titles since the tournament began in 1996 when Australia won the inaugural edition. Manipur's L. Chitreshwar has brought laurels to the state by winning 2 gold medals at the 9th Asian Armed Wrestling Cup and the 8th Asian Para-Armed Wrestling Cup 2025 hosted by UAE at Ajman City. Representing India, Chitreshwar clinched gold medals in both left and right hand categories. Manipur Armed Wrestling Association expresses pride in his achievements, stating that his success has brought honor and recognition to Manipur. Now, before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Conglomerate of cross-tribe outfits, Corcom announces total shutdown in Manipur starting December 11 ahead of President Draupadi Murmu's scheduled visit to Manipur. In a rare outreach since outbreak of Manipur violence, Meitei BJP MLA Yumnam Kemchan visits 2 Kuki villages and Kuki relief camp, marking a significant step toward rebuilding trust. Team led by Kokomi convener Khuraijan Mathauba visits IDPs recently resettled at Leimaram, Warating, Laika in Bishnupur district. Kokomi urges government to repair damaged houses and provide livelihood support for the resettled IDPs. Transport Department begins state's first 3-day refresher training for transport drivers and conductors. Additional Chief Secretary Anurag Bajpai says government committed to strengthen Manipur's public transport system by reviving MST bus services. Council of Higher Secondary Education Manipur announces schedule for Class 11 and Class 12 examinations 2026. Class 11 exam commences on February 16, Class 12 exam begins on February 17. Rajya Sabha MP Laishamba Sanajauba urges government to preserve Manipur's Vishnu Temple in Bishnupur district, highlighting its historical and cultural significance during Parliament's 0 hour today. And India is set to host Squash World Cup for the 3rd consecutive time with matches scheduled at SDAT Stadium in Chennai from tomorrow until December 14. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipur Bulletin. Have a great evening and stay safe.
Condolence message. It is with deep sadness that